Let's look at SimilarWeb's Website Segments Analysis tool. This tool allows you to gain complete visibility into the performance of a particular line of business, category, topic, or brand on any website in a way that is easy to understand and benchmark against. Let's take a closer look at how this feature works and why it's useful. As you can see, we've created several segments for the men's shoes line of business on the websites of leading sports apparel brands. Each segment has been defined based on the most commonly used strings related to men's shoes according to each website's specific URL structure. Clicking Analyze will prompt a real-time calculation and present the analysis output for the segment. Immediately, we can see that men's shoes is a significant line of business for Under Armour, and that nearly 12% of the visits to the site included at least one page that is related to men's shoes. We also see that Under Armour customers are viewing, on average, a bit more than 3 pages within the men's shoes segment for a duration of nearly 3 minutes. Along with bounce rate, these metrics let you understand the online shopping habits of your consumers and target audience. Segments analysis offers weekly granularity of data as well as the last 28 days time period filter to see the last month's data with only a 48-hour lag. Use these views to discover industry trends as they are happening, to be responsive and agile to shifts in consumer behavior, and to see the impact of current events and campaigns on your business. With the 24 months time period filter still toggled, we see that average visits declined during this time. But is this unusual for the industry? Are other websites seeing a similar trend? To understand this data in context, we would need to benchmark our segment against other players in the market. We can do that here by clicking on the segments comparison and creating a group of segments we want to benchmark. All we need to do is give the group a name and choose the segments we want to benchmark from the list of segments that we've already created. If you have a large variety of segments, you can search for the relevant ones by either typing in the website domain or the segment name. Alternatively, you can paste men's shoes in the search and select all the relevant segments. Notice that you can create a group of up to 10 segments. Once you've selected your segments, click Save to create the benchmark group. Now we're able to evaluate Under Armour's performance relative to its competitors. We see that Under Armour's segment is getting only a 6% share of visits and that Nike is by far the leader in our set. Nike's engagement metrics are also best in class. You can use this sort of information to look at your competitors' product categories on their sites, to get an understanding of their user experience, why their user engagement may be higher, how they are structuring product pages, as well as what product information they are providing. Up here, we see that the largest increase in traffic was between October and November during the holiday season, which unsurprisingly is responsible for a large portion of shoe sales. Interestingly, we also see that Adidas has the lowest in-class bounce rate. We see another interesting insight here. The segment share, or ratio of segment size to total site traffic, is actually the largest for Nike, and almost twice the size of its closest competitor, Adidas. This means that men's shoes are highly important for Nike, and that this business line accounts for a larger share of total site traffic than it does for its competitors. If we now switch to pages per visit, we see that Nike leads with the highest engagement, followed closely by Adidas and with Under Armour notably lower. However, we also see that while Nike's average engagement is better than the competition, it is actually declining over time, whereas Adidas is rising and is now in a neck-and-neck race with Nike. Okay, so that was just one case of the kind of customer insights you can obtain using the Website Segments Analysis feature, but there are many more. Let's now quickly review some of the other interesting use cases. Let's say you're Adidas and you want to create a breakdown of the various lines of business or subcategories of your competitors. For example, a breakdown of Nike's shoes lines of business, comparing between men's shoes, women's shoes, and kids' shoes. Using the existing example from before, adding women's and kids' shoes reveals 2 important insights. For one, the entire shoes line of business accounts for around 50% of Nike's traffic. And 2, men's shoes take the lead with 68% of the shoe visits, more than double that of women's and kids' shoes combined. We're incredibly excited about what website segments analysis can do for you and your business, and continue to innovate new capabilities based on the feedback we're getting from users. Feel free to reach out to us at info@similarweb.com. Tell us about your unique business challenges, and we'd be happy to strategize with you. Thanks for watching.